once was invited to this pastors group on the south side of Chicago. A lot of them were from Nigeria or Africa, and they met together and prayed together to encourage one another and tell stories to one another, give messages, whatnot. The first time I went, it was a new experience for me. Everybody was praying out loud and all at the same time, and they were praying different prayers. I was praying quietly. The leader came up afterwards and said, Keith, I just want you to come back, because it's, I know this is probably very different from what you experienced. I told him, don't worry about it. About a year or so later, he comes back to me, and as I've been going, now I'm helping with the board and board policies and different things with him. He comes back to me and says, Keith, I experienced going to church and everybody was praying quietly like you, and I was the only one praying out loud. He said, I had to ask myself, is this how Keith feels? And I said to him, it's not always about how you worship, it's about who you worship. Sometimes, you're going to connect, sometimes in your life, you're going to connect to God better through prayer, better through scripture, better through, your small group, through, day-to-day community, sometimes, through the service, sometimes through confession. And, noticing that it's about being able to enter into another culture, not necessarily judgmental in any way, but meet them in where they're at and talk to them as they talk, worship with them, be with them in community, because we're all brothers and sisters. And if we don't meet people where they are, we don't see that dynamic. We really don't have that culture. It's not about shouting out for Jesus or you're not really a Christian. It's about respecting that we're all uniquely made and we're all together here.